Welcome back to the week-long Sabrina-thon. All week long, we are watching every episode of Sabrina, Part 3, and reviewing 2 episodes a day. This is episode 6, entitled...
All Them Witches.
All Them Witches. I'm made of clay.
I'm really into that.
Hi, I'm Dan.
And I'm Clara.
And this was a good episode.
It was.
Huzzah. They did it.
They
Good
did.
one.
It did.
A lot happened, and I liked 95% of it.
I don't even know what 5% I didn't like.
I'll knock out the 5% that I didn't like just to get it out of the way. I don't understand why Sabrina lost her power. If her power should come from within her, if she's part angel, it shouldn't come from the devil, especially because Lilith gave her powers back. At minimum, it should come from Lilith. That's just what I'm saying. But also, so they gave her, all the witches gave her power. That was a cool scene. But at the same time, she's the queen of hell. It seems kind of crazy that she doesn't have any power. At the same time, why did she need to borrow that when she had Caliban? Couldn't Caliban have just gotten her, Calypso or whatever her fucking name is? Cersei, same character. So those are the, my quibbles. But Caliban was boss.
Caliban is just the best.
He went from I had a 4 on him, and now he's like a 37.
I don't know what rating system you're using, but I assume that's a tremendous change.
Yes.
I love him so much.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was a really good episode for Caliban.
Caliban's a great character. As long as they don't get into a relationship. I'm really happy with the little bit.
They're definitely going to get in a relationship.
I don't want that.
I mean, it doesn't have to be. As long as it doesn't happen this season.
No, I don't want it.
No.
I want them to be friends. I want them to get married, and I want it to be platonic.
Oh my god, they're definitely going to bone, especially after that candle incident. She doesn't have anyone else to bone.
There's a whole world out there.
A whole world to bone.
I want Caliban to be your friend. They can bone, but I just want them to be friends, and then I want them to be married.
Caliban is...
But it's not sexual or romantic.
Caliban is going to be her Spike.
He is, which means she's going to break his heart.
Yeah, probably. Because she won't, take him seriously necessarily, but she'll be,
right.
feeling bad. And
he is Spike.
Yeah.
He's an immediate scene stealer.
Yeah.
They brought him on, and he's just
He's really funny. The actor's great and likable. He's hot as shit.
He's made of clay.
I don't know. He just had a lot of great lines. The whole, carnal stuff. That was great.
His presence is so good.
And I actually think Kiernan Shipka probably has the most chemistry with him that she's had so far.
She actually has chemistry with him. Like Nick, don't get me wrong. I love Nick.
Yeah.
But I still never felt like they didn't make sense, and they didn't really have that much chemistry.
And I liked her with Harvey. It's been so long now since she was with Harvey that it's hard for me to really remember how I feel about Harvey.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think that I just think Kiernan Shipka's better at the flirty and the way she was acting with Caliban. I think she's way better at performing that than she is the hopeless romantic type that's whining. So I prefer this. I prefer this by far. Also, his fire travel was great.
He's so good.
He's so traveling. So we got Roz back. I think that the use of the Fright Club was all very good here.
Mm-hmm.
Great stuff for Robin.
Yep, love Robin.
Robin's. I'm on board with Robin. What else was going on? We had Hilda as a spider.
That was creepy.
Very good, creepy, and sad because they did a very good job of making us reminding us how much they liked each other.
The Sweeney Todd.
The Sweeney Todd was very nice.
That was the first musical number this season that's made sense, thematically, unless I'm just not
Yeah.
Making a connection that I should be.
Well, they sang Teenage Dirtbags, and
they were teenagers?
And they were teenagers that were dirtbags. Also, Caliban's a teenage dirtbag.
Well, if Caliban had sung Teenage Dirtbag, that would have been very appropriate. Maybe just foreshadowing.
Yes, obviously.
Literally a teenage dirtbag.
I like how it took you a while to understand what I was saying from the beginning. And yeah, so I liked that whole thing with the Cerberus stuff. It was sad. Mm-hmm. I liked all the different witches with their individual abilities and stuff like that. I thought that was cool. I'm excited to see more like different kinds of magic. I think they're definitely opening that up for next season.
Yeah.
As a side note, just because I just thought of it, the lack of angels in this season is pretty surprising to me. I don't think we're going to get them at this point unless they show up in like the finale.
Well, they basically, Zelda all but said next season is heaven.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah.
But then, like you were saying with the pagans, so then what? So the beginning of next season, we finish the pagans. I mean, maybe we're just getting ahead of ourselves. Yeah. I never know what this show's
For all we know, they stopped the pagans before they even released the green guy, and the pagans do end this season. The pagans... This show has so much to juggle that I'm like, I like the pagans. Everything they've done with the pagans is good, but also they haven't been like present enough to be like great villains.
Yeah, well, it's also okay. I mean, so Sabrina's powerful. Sabrina had the power of like a fair amount of powerful witches like coursing through her or whatever. But the pagans seemed really easy to just like.
Yeah, well, that was the question so are the only ones that are powerful Cersei, Pan, and the Gorgon? Are all the rest of them just humans that worship them? Because, like we don't know what Robin is. Is he just a human that fell in with a bad crowd of pagans?
I'm feeling like he's a changeling or something, like some sort of, like, he was, like, brought up at birth. Like,
yeah. I'm okay with the fact that it seemed like everybody else was easy to defeat because they're like the grunts. Like, it's not like he was doing that to the Gorgon and Pan and stuff. Like, and he was only able to capture Cersei because of
surprise.
Well, the Salem. Yeah, imagine Salem was the most useful that.
Salem was so useful this
probably
episode.
Since the pilot, they haven't been that useful. So this episode even had Salem doing things.
Yeah.
And then the Zelda ending. So we don't watch ahead, so we don't know what happens with the Zelda ending. Seems little cray-cray. How would you feel if she was dead?
This season? I mean, it really pains me to say this because she oscillates, and I had this with season 2 as well, I think. Like, she goes from being my favorite, like, one of my favorite characters to being like, why aren't you cool? Why did you go from being so cool to so lame and like that? Why did she turn Lilith away?
Yeah, that was really dumb.
That irks me. That really irks me. That was like a potential girl power moment that didn't happen. Yeah. I'm upset about it.
Also, she's not that much of a wild card. She already helped you against the devil once.
I know.
Yeah.
And like clearly the devil would want to kill her.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, that was a dumb choice. And then immediately having that, like, weird, this girl's a Catholic thing was kind of strange right after that. Not a great moment for Zelda either. She did come around. The thing, I mean, definitely interesting turn for Wardwell to actually use that character in a meaningful way. Mm-hmm. We end up with this thing of Hilda in the ground. Is she going to actually recover? And then... why can't we just put Zelda in the ground? And then if both of them just come out of it, then what was the point of this stuff?
And if they don't...
Or if... Yeah. Because I was like, oh, maybe Zelda can't come back because she wasn't killed by a witch. That seems very specific. But wouldn't put it past them. Yeah, I don't know. Because I don't think it's not time...
Or if it was special bullets.
Oh... that like the devil gave her.
Or I'm just thinking of like, I mean, she had been studying the occult, right? She'd been looking into it. Maybe she used like special like silver bullets with a like, symbol carved on them.
Well, maybe that's why I think that they also purposely left it ambiguous whether Hilda was going to come back to let us be like, oh, is the dirt even still working anymore?
Yeah.
I don't think it's time for Sabrina to lose parental figures.
No, please not. Can she please just grow for a little bit and have figures.
I mean, the thing that's
around.
a little bummer about it is, like, I think, like, maybe next season they could have led up to that. Like, because her parental figures have been such a non-part in her life most of this season.
And she really needs them.
Yeah, killing them off, I think, would be a bad choice. I guess if the actor left, the actor left. But I think it would be a big mistake to kill both of them off at once.
And I would be really surprised if they did that. Like, I would be really, really surprised. And Hilda's character has more to do. Yeah. Honestly.
Maybe maybe it's just a way of, like, taking her out of play for the rest of the season.
And then they bring her back.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, though, because at the same time, I'm like, well, what use was she being anyway? She wasn't really doing a whole
but it's
lot.
a shame because she could. Yeah. She could have. Yeah. And the actress is so fantastic, and the character is often great. So fantastic. Yeah. Yeah. We didn't talk about Lilith, though.
Yes. Great. I'm excited about her and Blackwood teaming up. She was, taken in by the devil, but also still, like, found her way back in control. Do you think she planned for the devil to catch her? I don't think so. I think she then just turned the tables.
I really don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know. It did seem really easy. Yeah. And she didn't seem that upset, you know? Yeah. She was just like, okay, get out, Wardwell. Go, leave us. I don't know. She might have.
Yeah, who's to say? Who is to say? All right. I'm going to give this one a 4 and officially bump the premiere up to a 4.5.
Okay, I could do that too.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yep. Okay. I think it's a really good episode. Yep. I just didn't have as much fun as I did in the pilot. That could also be because we're binging. Yeah. And I was so excited to come back to this, but
I also think that was just like an adventurous episode. We're going through new areas.
Yeah, and everyone, like Ambrose and Prudence, were so great. Yeah. And everyone was just at like the top of their game.
And there was just good humor, good horror, all sorts of. We didn't even talk about Sabrina in this yet.
No.
No, that was like the whole thing that we really liked.
That's true.
So Sabrina really turned a corner.
She did. She was so good with Nick.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, we didn't talk about
Sabrina and Nick.
That's what I mean.
Damn.
Yeah, they totally fixed a lot of our problems. I mean,
in one fell swoop.
Yeah, the fact and Prudence. I've been complaining with the lack of prudence. She came in and she fixed our girl for us. Mm-hmm. She did. Basically, just pointing out that, you know what, Nick's not all that in a bag of chips, and Sabrina, you are. So
now, am I like super cool with that? I don't know. Like, I don't know that Sabrina needs the sort of like, you're the best person ever, Sabrina. You've never done anything wrong. Like, you deserve to just be by yourself and be awesome. Yeah. Like, you're the greatest. Like, no. But in this situation, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I think overall, it's what I said in the last video, which is that she really didn't do anything wrong to Nick. She was a little, like, not focused on her family. Like, she shared her responsibilities and all these other things because of Nick, but she didn't really do that much to Nick other than drag him to a carnival.
Yeah, I mean, I basically feel like their relationship sucked. Yeah. Right? Like, and I don't think that was her fault. Yeah. But it really sucked, and she didn't know how to fix it. And Nick wasn't really interested in fixing it.
Well, and I wouldn't even say it's necessarily totally Nick's fault either. No. Shit just happened, and they didn't handle it that great. Yeah. And so I really did like how she stood up for herself when he called her out about Caliban, and the fact that she's like, I don't have anything to say sorry for, and you've been doing crap all this whole time. And I also thought that was another moment where I thought Kieran and Shipka did a really good job. Mm-hmm. There was definitely, they gave me that like fuck yeah moment that I wanted. Yeah. So really good episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm made of clay.
And I wish I was.